Have you been experiencing the blank page syndrome? You just sit down in front of your laptop, open up a page, and try to think about content ideas, but they just won't come. This means that you are currently in a creative rut. If that is the case, I don't want you to worry. It happens to everybody. Even if you usually love creating content and you don't normally struggle with ideas, this will happen eventually. So I want you to be prepared for that. And today I've decided to share with you 5 ways to get out of a creative rut. So if you are interested, keep watching. Hi, and welcome to this new episode of Her Online Business Podcast, the podcast for ambitious expat girl bosses and digital nomads. I'm Adama, your host, and my mission is to help you build a business that serves your life, not the other way around, have more freedom, work smarter, while making a positive impact. And before we dive into today's topic, if your main struggle is to come out with content ideas on a regular basis, then I want you to get my 30-day content that converts kit, where you will get 30 days of prompts for your social media, as well as social media templates for your reels and carousels that you can customize and adapt to your branding. So feel free to check the link below if that sounds like something that will help you. All right, so let's start with the first way you can use to get out of a creative rut, which is unfortunately overlooked. Take some time off, right? If you try too hard to come up with content ideas and you build up the frustration, then it will only get worse. So I want you to take some time off, do something for yourself, go out for a walk, do basically anything but try to create content. And I know it sounds counterintuitive and maybe paradoxal, but sometimes you are so deep into this kind of tunnel vision that you cannot see any new perspective. So try something that has nothing to do with your business. Maybe talk to a friend and exchange ideas. That way you will get also some new perspectives that you couldn't think about on your own. And I want to add that this is actually true for any part of your business that you are struggling with. Just taking a step back is the best way to figure out what you have been missing all along. The second way you can come out of a creative rut is to go back to your old content and the content that you really enjoyed creating, and maybe the one that didn't get a lot of engagement and a big response from your audience, and try to see how you could make it better with what you know now, right? Versus what you knew back then. So maybe the idea was good, but the way you delivered it could have been better, right? In terms of visual, in terms of the copywriting, whatever it is, you can always improve your content ideas, right? So they never die just because you posted them once. So that's a great way to come up with some creative idea without starting from scratch. Just take the ideas that you published in the past and make it a series or make it something that is even more impactful for your audience. And that's something I absolutely love. If you know me, I'm all about repurposing my content. Nothing goes to waste, and you should also try that because it will save you so much time, so much energy. You will love it. Also, don't forget that you have to repeat yourself over and over again for people to notice you, but also to realize the challenges that they have been facing and understand the solution that you are providing. So that's why it is also very strategic to repeat and repurpose your old content as much as you can, because you will never have, somebody that will tell you, hey, you posted that 6 months ago. Why are you posting it again? Because they are likely not going to remember. So you want to keep hammering the same message home. Sometimes it's not about finding new things. It's about deepening the things that you already know and assert your expertise at the same time. The third way you can come out of a creative rut is to try out something new. So in my case, I always challenge myself to try something new in my business, and the thing that I'm currently experimenting is vlogging for my YouTube channel. So this is a new challenge that forced me to think out of the box, to experiment and try something I've never done before. And so this will also help with your creativity, because if you stay in your comfort zone and when you feel the most at ease, you won't be able to actually think out of the box, and you might get even tired of doing the same thing or repeating the same things over and over again. So you want to make sure that you challenge yourself once in a while to try something new in your business. And it has to be a bit scary, a bit, out there. And also your audience will appreciate you trying something different, but that also provide them with value and maybe entertainment as well. So it's a win-win situation. And it's so much fun when you allow yourself to explore your potential and see how far you can go. So always keep that in mind when you want to scale your business and go to the next level. So you can now ask yourself, what is something you always wanted to try in your business and in the way you create content, but you never really did it because maybe you were afraid? Now is the time to do it. My fourth tip to come out of a creative rut is to take the content ideas that you never acted on. So that's why I told you in previous episodes that you need to brainstorm your content ideas when they come to your mind and they are still fresh, and basically write them down because they will come in handy when you are in a funk and you have no idea what to post about. So go back to your brainstorming list of ideas and take the ones that you never truly acted on and never published and figure out why that is. Is it because you thought that the idea wasn't good enough? So you basically censored yourself before people could actually tell you if they enjoyed it or not? Or is it because you had no idea how to express this idea in a compelling way? So just take one of them and start working on it. And you will see that when you come back to ideas that you had a while back but never acted on, you might have a new perspective on them, so it will be easier for you to develop these ideas now. And just because you thought one idea wasn't impactful enough or it sounded stupid or too simple, it doesn't mean that your audience actually know about it. Remember that the content that seems the most simple is actually the most impactful one for your business because it's the one that your target audience can understand very well. So you don't want to overcomplicate things. Remember, the simpler, the better. And ask yourself, if you didn't know anything about the topic, would you be interested in knowing more? And would you understand what the content creator and entrepreneur was trying to say? If the answer is yes, then you are definitely on the right track. The fifth way to come out of a creative rut is to explore new ways to get your message across. So for example, when I started my business, my main content was my podcast in its audio format, right? That you could listen on your main podcasting platforms. And then only last year, I decided that I will turn it into a video podcast, right? So now I have two ways to get my message across for people who enjoy watching videos and seeing the person talking versus people who just want to save time and they enjoy having the podcast in their ears while they are having their coffee or going to work. So you can also explore new formats that you haven't used before in order to get your message across. And this is also a form of creativity. So if you are used to posting pictures, then maybe you should try video marketing. If you are used to posting short videos where you just show your audience some text or you just act on some trends, then maybe you want to try also short videos where you will start talking to your audience, right? So there's always different ways you can try to see what your audience respond to the best. So have fun with that and take it as an experiment. It doesn't have to be that serious. And the more different formats you explore, the more you will be able to see what is actually working for you and make it part of your brand, and people will recognize you for this particular format that they absolutely enjoy because that's the one you came up with and that's the one that fits you and your brand the best. Alright, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it and found some new perspective when it comes to creating content and coming out of a creative rut. It is always temporary and you will come out of it eventually, so don't worry about that and try at least one of the 5 ways that I've shared with you today and let me know in the comments how it went. Subscribe and hit the notification bell on my YouTube channel if you don't want to miss any new episode, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye bye.